You can create keynotes in a text file and use them to annotate your elements and create a keynote legend. We're going to open up a file called Revit Keynotes Imperial TXT that's posted with assignment 1819 information. Save the file as keynotes with your name, project.txt, and edit it as shown in the instructions in the practice folder for assignment 18 and 19. We're going to add furniture information that's specific to this project, and then we'll be able to create a legend of that information with the Stickley chair and table and the Tiffany lamp as an extension of the furniture section. We'll need to do this before we start the Revit architecture program. Save your new TXT file, start Revit, and open the assignment 1819 Revit file posted in Blackboard. Save it as assignment 1819 with your name, and then we're going to duplicate the level 1, but only use duplicate, not duplicate with detail. And then rename that view furniture plan. We're going to create a furniture plan with keynotes and then create a legend. So the first thing we need to do is to load the legend that we created with the TXT file. We can go to the Annotate tab, and then under the tag title in the tag panel, we can pick Keynote Settings, and then browse to where you save that TXT file, the one that's going to have the Revit keynotes, the one that has your name and has all of the furniture information. We can go ahead and pick OK. Now, in order for us to use keynotes, we need to load the family. One way to load them is to go to the Insert tab and pick Load Family, and then in the Annotation folder find the Keynote family or Keynote tag family. Another way is to just start placing keynotes. If you go to the Annotation tab and go to Keynote and an element, then Revit will prompt you to load the file. And you'll pick Yes, and then go to Annotation Keynote Tag Family and load the family that will give you these different options for the keynote tag. Apparently they're not showing up in the video, but there are options for placing the number, the text, or creating number inside a box. We're going to take the check mark out of leader and use the keynote number, and then select the table. You'll see a list of the 16 CSI divisions. You can navigate to Division 12 for furnishings and find those divisions that you created, A1, A2, and A3 for the chair, table, and lamp. Highlight the table, the Stickley table, and then pick OK, and you just created a keynote tag for that table. We'll do the same thing for the chairs. Select the chair, navigate over to the Stickley chair, and then pick OK. That would be the A1. And because the other chairs are the same, once you select them, they're going to be tagged. And we'll do the same for the lamp. So select the lamp and then navigate to the Tiffany floor lamp and pick OK. We're creating information that will be our note for those elements. Now we're ready to create our legend. We'll go to the View tab and pick Legends and Keynote Legend. We'll name this legend Furniture and then pick OK. We'll be able to pick our scheduled fields, which are the key value and the keynote text. The key value is the division number, and the key text is the information about the table, chair, and lamp. In the project browser, you'll be able to see your legend. We'll create a sheet, a new sheet, so highlight Sheets and right click and pick New, and then as we did before, we're going to load a new title block, 11 by 17. We're going to rename this 11 by 17 title block Furniture Plan. You'll be able to either rename it in the project browser or write directly in the title block. So we have a legend and a floor plan that we're going to drag and drop onto our sheet. You can drag and drop the floor plan called Furniture Plan, and then drag and drop the legend that we created called Furniture. You can use the blue arrow grips to adjust the width of the schedule or legend. We're going to combine assignment 18 and 19 in this file by creating groups. So save this file and let's go ahead and take a look at groups, which are very similar to the groups and blocks in AutoCAD. We'll go back to the furniture plan and select the table and the 4 chairs, and then pick create groups and type in table and chairs, and then pick OK. It groups those objects together and it's placed in the project browser under groups. If you open up the project browser a little bit more and navigate to table and chairs, you can drag and drop that group onto your drawing when you need to. So it can be used several times, very similar to inserting a block. You can also create nested groups. So here I'm selecting the chair and the table, creating a group called Group 1, and then I'm going to select that same table and chair with the other lamp and chair and create another group called Group 2 and pick OK. Now if you look in the project browser, you'll have a Group 1 and a Group 2, and nested within the Group 2 you'll have the Group 1. So the project browser keeps it organized. If you drag and drop Group 2 onto your drawing, you'll be able to use that nested group. You can also convert your group to a linked file, which will act similar to a reference file in AutoCAD, where it's not a part of the drawing anymore, and cuts down the file size of the file that you're in, but you have to be careful because there are several elements that are referencing each other. So if you select a group, you'll be able to look at the group panel and see that there's an option there for link, to create a link. But if you decide later on to bind it back into the drawing, you can bring it back into the drawing and bind it like you can with XREFs and AutoCAD. Go to the furniture plan sheet and have that view as the open view. Save the file and submit it as assignment 1819.